Hi, I'm Shelley Levette with childcareland.com, and today I want to share with you scrapbook paper blocks. These are super easy to make and great for visual discrimination. You'll need to have blocks, and they can be any size blocks as long as they are all the same size. You want them to be uniform in size. What these are is I had a Jenga game, and I've lost half the pieces of my Jenga game. So these are just Jenga blocks on here, but I think these are kind of like the perfect size. They're easy for the children to grasp, and they can get enough of whatever the picture is of the scrapbook paper on here just to do some matching with that. But if you want to do square blocks, whatever you have around, or you can also make your own blocks as well on there. But anything you want to use, just as long as they're the same size. You'll also need to have scrapbook paper, and I have a variety of scrapbook paper, different colors and different scenes going on in the scrapbook paper. And you'll need to have Mod Podge, and I use the glossy kind. Now, as far as the scrapbook paper goes, you don't need to have scenes that are exactly matching on the blocks, just as long as you can tell they're from the same page of scrapbook paper. Here they're matching because this was what the whole sheet of the scrapbook paper was. But some of them had different characters and stuff on them. You can tell that this is these two go together, and that's what you want the children to do, to be able to use their visual discrimination skills to pick out the matching pairs of blocks on here. So how do you make these? Well, you take your block, whatever kind of block you're using, and you're going to flip your scrapbook paper over so the white side is up, and you're going to trace around your block on there with pencil. And I just folded my paper in half and then cut out the part that I had traced around, so then I already had two pieces of that scrapbook paper. And then once you've done that, you're going to put a thin layer of Mod Podge onto the top of your block, just a thin layer, enough to coat it, and then you're going to press your paper on the top of it, and you're going to let that dry. And then once that's dry, then you go over it with another layer of Mod Podge on the top and let that dry. You don't want to goop the Mod Podge onto the block and then put the paper on and then goop it on the top, because that will cause wrinkling and bubbles in the blocks, and you don't want that. Just a thin layer is going to do, and it's going to hold it well, and then the thin layer on the top will help protect these and make them more durable. And then what we do with these is we do matching with these. We do a matching activity where the children have to put them in pairs like I've done here, and they group and they match them by the scrapbook paper. The other thing we do is we do a memory match game where all the blocks are mixed up and then they're flipped over, and then the children will flip over the blocks to try to find the two pairs that match. It's like a traditional matching game on there. And the other cool thing is you can build with these, and they really make some really cool houses and roads and bridges. So if you have a spare set of blocks, or maybe some old Jenga blocks, a couple sets of those that aren't being used, try this with the scrapbook paper. It really adds just a new dimension to the block center, having some blocks that are decorated a bit. But again, basically for visual discrimination skills, this is just a wonderful activity, and the children really enjoy that. And you want to pick out papers that are bright and vibrant, but they're not so similar to each other that the children will have a difficult time picking them out. You can clearly see that I have some with stripes and some with circles, and you know, so you want to make a variety of them, not all look the same. So that will encourage more success when there is a bigger variety of papers on there for children to match and to build with. They'll love that. For scrapbook paper blocks, I'm Shelley Levette with childcareland.com, and thanks for watching.